Welcome to Cinepro, where we bring your favorite movies back to life with quick recaps, hidden details, and everything you missed. When the story begins, we see a man named David driving a car. There is snow all over the city, and during this snowstorm, the government has banned everyone from going out on the road. Nonetheless, David stops at a restaurant owned by Anna in her hotel. There isn't much activity in the hotel either, because many people are avoiding going out due to the storm, and as a result, the hotel staff are also on leave. Anna was about to leave, but she stops after seeing David. She brings him his order, and meanwhile we notice that she is very nervous, receiving calls from someone again and again. Suddenly, her eyes shift toward the window. A car has stopped there, and upon seeing it, Anna becomes even more frightened. As soon as this man enters the hotel, he starts forcing Anna because he wants to meet his daughter. Anna is his ex-wife. This man is a drug addict, so the court has forbidden him from meeting his daughter until he either beats her or behaves badly with her. David, who is sitting behind, tells him to stop, which only increases the anger of Anna's ex-husband. Enraged, he approaches to fight him, but David remains very calm and tells him that he only has two options: either fight with me and go to jail, or go home. Prepare to leave your addiction, and then the judge will take your daughter away. Fearing that David might call the police, the ex-husband leaves silently, and his departure relaxes Anna. All of this happened thanks to David. His wisdom managed the situation easily, and because of this, Anna couldn't help but be impressed by him. Here she sits and talks with David. Then she discovers that he is married. The ex-husband of Anna had broken David's car mirror while leaving, but David remains silent about that. He fixes the side mirror with adhesive tape and continues on his way. The storm was very strong and it was raining. It was already difficult to proceed, and along the way, David's car ran out of fuel. David stops to refuel, and meanwhile, Anna's ex-husband passes by again. He was already angry with David and wanted to take out his frustration on him here. But before he could complete his plan, a police car stops at the gas station. As soon as David gets the fuel, he continues on. Anna's ex-husband now continuously chases his car, and David realizes that it is the same man he had encountered in the hotel, and now, without hurting him, he wouldn't leave to save himself. He starts driving fast. After a long journey, David pulls his car to the side of the road and turns it off, hoping that in the darkness of the night, the man won't see the car. His plan works. The man passes by David's car but does not see it. David fears that the man might start following him again, so he heads onto a small path outside the jungle. This path was very slippery and in a deserted area. David couldn't see much, and due to the slip, his car suffers an accident. The car slides and falls to one side. David makes many efforts to get his car back on the road, but the tires get stuck in the snow. Helpless, he gets out of the car and tries to remove the snow by hand, but due to the cold, he injures his hands. Helpless, he sits in the car, turns on the heater, and begins to warm his hands. David realizes that it is impossible for him to get out of there until someone comes to help. He doesn't even have a mobile signal to call the police. He does not know when help will arrive because the government had forbidden people from going out on the roads, and this was already a very deserted road. Thinking about this, he also turns off his car's battery. Now he lights a cigarette and falls asleep while smoking it. In the morning, he's awakened by the growl of an animal. A wild animal is around him. Out of fear, David doesn't even leave his car. At that moment, he has nothing to eat or drink, so he even stores his urine. David thinks that if the car remains there, the snow will completely cover it and no one will see it, making his rescue even more difficult. Then he gets out of the car and looking around with binoculars, he sees smoke in some distant place. There must be people living there. With this hope, he leaves the car. Perhaps he could get help there. Before leaving, he opens the trunk of his car and we see Anna tied up. David, whom we thought was a good person, turns out to be a kidnapper who has abducted Anna. Before leaving the car, he warns Anna not to even try to get out. As soon as he leaves, she starts trying to free herself with her tied hands and mouth, and she manages to untie herself. She also wants to exit the car, but the rear part of the car cannot be opened from the inside. So by removing the rear speakers, she manages to get into the front seat. Once there, she opens the door and runs out. But outside, it is very cold, and she doesn't see any human being nearby. So she returns to the car. At least she can avoid the cold inside the car. Now Anna can compete with David. On the other hand, we see David, who had traveled a long way from the car to the place where he saw the smoke. Now his leg is trapped in a hole and is broken. His condition is very bad and a lot of blood is coming from his leg. He cannot get up, but he has to be brave because if he stays stranded in the snow, he will die. David decides to return to the car while crawling. Meanwhile, Anna is looking for things in the car to save herself, but she finds nothing except adhesive tape and chloroform, so she keeps both with her. We see that David also arrives at the car, opens the door, and sits inside. After tearing his pants and seeing his injury, his condition worsens. His leg bone is so broken that it pierces through the flesh. He screams in pain. He ties a large wire around his leg so that it doesn't bleed further to reduce his pain a little. As soon as he turns on the heater, he discovers that someone has tampered with his car. He understands that it could not have been anyone other than Anna. Before he can take his knife and hit Anna in the back, she knocks him unconscious with chloroform. While unconscious, David has a dream in which he finds himself in a snowy forest. In front of him is a dead animal, and he has blood on both hands. As soon as he sees this dream, he gets scared, and when he wakes up and regains consciousness, he sees that Anna has tied his hands with a rope and has bound his neck with a car seat. Anna asks him where he has taken her and where his phone is. David replies that he threw his phone away and that he doesn't even know where they are at that moment because he got lost. Anna tells him that his mother must have already called the police, but David says that couldn't have happened because before throwing his phone, he sent a message to his mother telling her that he was with his ex-husband. Anna is surprised upon hearing this. Anna now takes David's wallet and his phone, but there is no signal on his phone. David tells her that he is undoubtedly in captivity, but both of them are in trouble, and they have only one source of heat in the car to stay alive, so they should take care of it. So, Anna, listening to him, turns off the car heater so that the battery isn't drained. Then she checks David's wallet, where there were many false identifications, which clearly means that David is a fraudster who never stays in one place. Anna is very tired and sleepy, so she takes the child seat from David's car and throws it out of the car so that she can sleep there comfortably. Before going to sleep, she also renders David unconscious with chloroform, this time leaving him in an unconscious state. David has the same dream as before, a dead animal in the snowy place with blood on his hands. Scared, David regains consciousness again, but upon waking, he sees that Anna has already woken up and needs to go to the bathroom, so he gets out of the car, taking advantage of this opportunity. David locks his car completely so that Anna remains trapped outside. Anna is very angry with his behavior. If she wanted to stay alive, she could have remained inside the car, so she takes the baby seat that had been thrown out and breaks the car window to get in. Because of the broken window, the temperature inside the car drops significantly. Anna tries to kill David with the seatbelt, but before she can do so, her mind stops her, considering the constant cold from the broken window could kill them both. So Anna closes all the windows with adhesive tape. After all this, Anna checks David's phone and finds many photos of his family and of him, which makes it clear that David had not suddenly arrived at her hotel and kidnapped her. Rather, he had been planning to kidnap her for a long time. Then she checks the car and finds the identity documents of many girls, discovering that Anna is not the first girl that David has kidnapped. He is a serial killer. Anna, screaming, asks David how he has killed so many girls and how many he has killed so far. In response, David says, "I don't remember." Then he begins to tell Anna the story of his first murder. First, he had planned to kill a girl by deceiving her, pretending to be a noble person. He wore a ring on his hand to appear married, and he had a child seat in the back of his car, which made him seem like a family man. After driving the car for hours, he met a girl who needed a ride. David says he had her sit in the car. At first, everything went normally. She was frank with him, but little by little, his words began to scare her. She was about to call the police, but before she could, he caught her and killed her with a knife. It was my first murder, and after that, I committed countless murders, some of which I don't even remember, he says. His words scare Anna, so she puts adhesive tape over his face.
If you liked the video, like and subscribe for more movie recaps.